What's up, everybody? That's 808.
This is AP.
And check out the interview.
Welcome to the first AP 808 interview.
Yes, sir.
What's the vibe? How you feel?
I feel like an 808.
I feel like an AP.
Yeah.
I
hear you.
So how is it that, especially for you, AP, now almost 1 year has passed since the last interview?
Yeah.
How does it feel to be able to now get the history back?
After 1 year, I didn't think that I would actually be in this position. I didn't think that we would have done Out the Shade as effectively as we did. I didn't think that we would meet so many diverse artists in different genres that would then open up the playing field to be so much more vast than what it was. Because I thought that we had a lot of example opportunities, and then suddenly a year later you're like, okay, you know? So I feel good. A year from the last interview. How do you feel?
I mean, I wasn't at the last interview, but like I feel good too. You know, it's just this last year. You know, I feel like a lot has happened. You know, we've been making a lot of cool music. Yeah, man. And I feel like, you know, especially for our project Out the Shade, I feel like that was just kind of like hit us by surprise too. It was kind of like something that wasn't even really planned. It's like we just kind of, you know, going with the flow, enjoying our time, you know, just creating, and then all of a sudden it's like, yo, let's just take these songs, put them together, make this project.
Shout out Astro Studios.
Yep.
Jordan.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever name he wants this week.
Yeah, big shout out to Jordan, man.
So especially talking about Out the Shade, like what was the idea behind this and why the name Out the Shade?
You wanna?
I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna front. It's really, I feel like AP really had the vision for that. You know, he's the one that came up with the name, Out the Shade. So essentially it was just us, you know, getting out of the shade, you know, going from people not knowing who we are necessarily, being in the shade, to, you know, us coming out of it, making a boom and impact, you know, trying to make noise in the city.
Yeah, honestly, he couldn't have said it better. We decided to add a little bit of swagger with it with the glasses. Where we, during the whole campaign, we kept the shades on the entire time.
Yeah.
So every time we're on camera, we're like, put the shade, 'cause we're out the shade. So the sunlight is on my eyes. I need the shades.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. He took it very seriously. So I remember actually I went to sleep. I told you I showered with the glasses. Yo, I got the shades and I got the APXO engraved for $30. Ooh, I'm too nice. They don't even know. They think it's $1 million. It is.
Yeah.
Amazing. So do you feel like this, because it's the second project that the second album that you've been working together, guys, do you feel like it's strengthened your relationship together?
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Yeah, we've already had a good
100%.
relationship romantically and personally. And now musically, I think that, I speak for myself, I feel that I can trust the person I'm with in the studio more. Because the more that you build music, and I also am aware that I put a lot of pressure for diversity and for change, because I like consistency, but I don't like repetition. So I do feel like working on a second project that is absolutely nothing like the first project.
Yep.
And even the circumstances of how we made it and where we made it, and you know, the events that had taken place during the creation was just in every which way possible, we have strengthened our relationship. Out the Shade is 10 times better.
And, you know, individually too, I definitely feel like we both just kind of leveled up, you know, AP when it comes to recording or rapping or whatever it may be. And same thing for myself when it comes to the instrumentals, to how I record and mix and all that. So, you know, for me, it's like, it's cool to see like a big level up or upgrade from the first album to now Out the Shade.
Yeah.
You know, from just the way it sounds to,
production.
you know, the way that AP did his thing, even the visuals of it too, you know, everything together was just like such a level up compared to our first album. So
Even the equipment.
Yeah, you know.
First album was done with a mattress.
Our booth, yeah.
Then we got a booth. Went from the mattress to an actual booth.
Yeah.
There was no AC in the booth, but like that's a start, right?
That's amazing. So, improvements, big improvements. So right after Out the Shade came side B, which you 808s produced a couple of songs, like not all of them. It's, you have definitely had your part in this. Like it was definitely a different style. It was a change of its diversity. Like how did this came to be? Why the like this drastic from more aggressive music to more this therapeutic, slow music?
The reality is that everyone has multiple emotions, and we have many moods. So, as a person who makes I say emotional music, but as a person who makes music based on their emotions every day. Every time I hit the studio, one of the first things that are being exposed in the studio is how I'm feeling. I know our flow, so I just outright say it. And depending on my mood and my emotion is depending on what we're going to create and the essential vibe. So, side B was literally, you saw us out the shade, but you saw one side. And to everything, there's two sides. So this is our side B. And I wanted to expose not just what I did with 808, but what I was able to conjure throughout the world with various producers, artists, and so side B was really just I wanted to get rid of all of the beautiful music I had made in the past. And it was really good music. It was just kind of dormant. So I said, let me get it out. This is my side B. This is the side that I've been hiding, and not hiding, but I've been not ready to expose. And now I'm ready to expose. I put some, that's pretty much what I.
Yeah.
Right?
For you, 808, I feel like you kind of had to get out of your comfort zone, like with these tracks that you did, because I guess it's not like your usual type of music.
I mean, it's because wait, if I'm not mistaken, I have two tracks on. Yeah, I had two tracks on there.
Trap Soul.
So Trap Soul, essentially that was a beat I made on my own time, alone, just, you know, more in a kind of like a Trap Soul kind of R&B vibe. Afterwards, you know, AP heard it, recorded to it. But then the other track we have, Crazy, that was actually me and AP at my apartment. We just locked ourselves inside for an entire day, made the entire beat from scratch. You know, AP was really like, okay, I want to sound like this. Okay, like I like that, add this and that. We worked on the beat for a few hours, and as I was working on the beat, AP started writing. So, you know, we really went from nothing to making the entire beat to then recording and having the entire song finished all within the same day.
Yeah.
So that for that song, it was really like me and AP really putting our minds together and creating something from scratch. So yeah, it's, you know, it's definitely 100% something that I would have never created that on my own, that's for sure. So, you know, it's cool for me to experiment in that type of way and to, you know, also kind of bring what his idea is to life, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That was sick. Yeah, because I definitely had a vision when we were talking about it.
Yeah.
How do we do this? And finally, when I heard the crazy, I was like, oh, it's about to be crazy. Yeah.
Okay, so especially talking about this artist producer relationship, how does a typical day in the studio for you to look like?
What time is it?
What do you mean?
11 o'clock.
I mean, okay, nah, for real though, like.
I'm not joking.
Honestly, it's like, I feel like we often kind of go with the vibe. You know, sometimes, I do feel like sometimes we should or could try to be more structured, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I feel like nothing's ever forced. We're just kind of going with the flow. You know, whatever inspires AP, you know, that's what we're gonna go off of too. Yeah, I wouldn't say there's like necessarily a regular routine because I feel like every day is just kind of like different every time we have a session. So yeah, man, I would say it's just really like kind of like vibing out, but being creative at the same time, you know?
I would agree. We have established that we are earlier in the day recorders. We like to be in the studio during the day. We would prefer to be there in the morning, nice and early.
Yeah.
I know that about us because when it gets late, even the type of music and the efficiency is very different. 3 a.m. and like 8 a.m. are very big difference for us.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know, like usually ours, like when we're having our Saturday sessions, you know, we would literally start at 10 a.m. and we could go until like 2, 3 a.m. Yeah. So we're talking like more than 12-hour studio sessions, you know, so we really, you know, we tend to really try to make the most of our time we have to really just maximize and make the most we can, you know?
Really? God damn, 12 hours.
Okay, so, and also visually, you 808 have been more and more involved, especially like something that is untypical for a producer.
Yeah.
And how did it came to be that AP like just simply just pushed you?
I mean it's definitely, you know, AP is to blame for that, you know, 100%. He's been always just trying to involve me more and more, you know, whether it's music videos, you know, whether it's bringing me on stage during one of his live shows, you know, having me on album covers. So
you like that stuff? Coming to the shows? He likes it when I bring him on stage at the show.
You know, it's new for me because especially, you know, being a producer, it's like, it's not usually your typical kind of, you know, position, I could say, like, you know, being on the forefront. But so yeah, it's, you know, it's always like, it's something that's new to me. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit kind of like shy when it comes to like being in front of big crowds and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, it feels good, it feels right, and you know, I definitely appreciate that AP is involving me in all these things. So, yeah, man.
I don't know what he's talking about. We met like 10 minutes ago. I don't know this guy. Who the fuck is this? Nah, I like it. I like it. I think that's the proper way. I'm on stage, I'm talking to how many people? Maybe 1, maybe 1,000, maybe 1,000,000 people. The point is that I didn't do this all alone. So whether the person helped me just with my bag to get in, or they helped me conjure this whole, create this masterpiece, I think everybody's, you know, cred and respect is due. So I'm just tired of everyone and their own, I'm selfish. I got a team. I want everyone to know I got a team. I want you to know who my team is. I want you to see that person in their face and be like, yo, aren't you so-and-so? And then that person's like, yeah, boom. That's it. We work just for that moment right there. So, yeah.
No.
Yeah. Now especially talking about the performances and bringing stuff on stage. In March, you did a show at the Paul Wall. Like you opened up for Paul Wall.
Yeah.
How was that for you? Like, how did this performance go for you?
Shout out to Blaster, DJ Blaster, for setting that up. To be honest, I don't know how this comes off, but I thought it was very easy. I was actually not stressed with the show at all. I was comfortable with the show. I was a little bit like, well, maybe the crowd is going to be a bit difficult because it's a crowd I don't think that was 100% in my example niche for the album Out the Shade and whatnot, because, you know, they're always target audience for every product and for everything. So that was maybe something that was like, but yeah, I'm focused and I've been focused. So I had my team there. I'm unstoppable. I literally had the whole squad there, all of us. So nothing can stop me. AP, I feel like when we went out there with the best show Even better than Paul Walls. We had the best show. Nah, we had the best show. It's just that, you know, obviously, shout out to Paul Wall. It's him. It's his show. But when you're talking about a show, oh, we gave a show. Shout out to Marie. Shout out to everybody that came out. You know, we did a show. Straight up.
You know, and it was exciting for me too to see AP performing those songs for the first time live. You know. Yeah, that was the first time
Yeah, because DMS was the next week.
Yeah. So for me, it was like it was cool to, you know, see that like songs
performed for the first time with me.
Yeah, but it's like, and you know, these were songs that we just made too, like maybe a couple weeks ago, like. So yeah, man, it was cool to, you know, see him performing it live.
Fast, though. From creation to already.
Yeah. You know, it was really, yeah, man, it was exciting. It was cool.
Hold on. This nigga in the back. Alright, cool.
Exposed.
Yeah. Cheaters.
Okay, so I mean, right before like couple months before the Paul Wall show, you actually did the Canada tour, right after the Europe tour.
Yeah.
Like, let's talk just a little bit about this. How was that for you in comparison to Europe?
The reality, this game is grimy, and this industry is grimy. There's no friends in the industry. You gotta make these friends outside the industry and go in the industry knowing exactly who your friends and your family are and who are just contacts and acquaintances. That tour opened my eyes and made me understand exactly who is on the team of AP and who is around solely for the benefit of themselves, no matter how they want to illusion it. I understood it all. I understood a lot. Canadian Tour taught me a lot. It wasn't about money, and it wasn't about, funny to say, it wasn't about the music. It was about the business. And I learned a lot about the business. So I'm not gonna throw roses and flowers and make it seem like something that wasn't. I had a great time, yes, but I learned a lot, and a lot of snakes came out the bushes, you know? So.
Did it also kind of help you to get better at the performance, at your performance game?
Every show helps me, whether there's literally one person or a full house. Every show before every show, I'm always, you know, I'm doing my own prayers by myself that I don't do with anyone. The one thing I always try to focus on is that the people that are standing there and just giving me their undivided attention receive the same attention at the bare minimum of what they're giving me. And if I can give them that attention, no matter what, doesn't matter what I'm saying or how I'm saying it, I just want everyone to feel that they have earned the same attention and respect that they're giving me. At the end, if you vibe with the music and you vibe out, amazing. And this will teach me more about, you know, maybe tricks and stuff that I can do on the stage. I can get you like, you know? But there isn't a show or an encounter that I don't learn from. I met someone outside. I learned something. Okay, that's a nice way to, you know what I mean? I'm a freestyler, so it's like I'm always freestyling. Yeah.
Okay. Are there any incoming shows to expect in the near future that are worth mentioning?
We got like 3 or 4 shows in Ottawa, back to back actually over the next 4 or 5 weeks. So that's gonna be interesting. Some artists from New York City coming down. I'm saying because I'm thinking, but to be honest, I don't really have solid set shows. I do know that I have goals to do these certain shows in certain places around the world. But for now, we'll let Instagram tell you more about that when the time comes, you know?
So, especially like having now more recaps of this whole year, you both guys did a lot in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
How do you feel it affected you personally, like growth-wise?
I mean, I feel like for me, I feel like it helped me kind of see who's doing this for real and who is kind of doing it part-time, you know, as for maybe like the people I'm working with. So yeah, so for me, I feel like this year it was more kind of like, I guess, yeah, eye-opening, you know, seeing who's in a sense kind of worth my time. You know, because the thing for me too is like the people I work with is my brothers, and it's like it's people that I'm never gonna ask for money or nothing like that. So for me, it's like time, you know, that I'm giving my time being something that's important.
Why don't you charge people?
Because I only work with people I want to work with. Because then it's like if I start, you know, working with people I don't want to work with, that's when I would start charging people. But then the main issue for that is really the time factor. You know what I mean?
It's not the same, right?
Yeah, like it's, you know, because if I wasn't working my 9 to 5, then I could be doing that. But at the same time, it's like I don't have as much interest in working with people that I don't necessarily believe in, because I feel like it's almost like the opposite of motivating. In a sense, it's just like, okay, like you're using it's almost like working a regular job at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the essence of the creation of music, why we're doing this, we're creating something together.
Exactly.
It's not dissipated. You're like,
exactly.
It's really a transaction now.
Exactly. That's it. Exactly. So it's like for me, that's never been like my interest for when it comes to creating music, recording music.
When I make millions, do I gotta still split it with you? About the love, dude.
But like all jokes aside though, you know, so for me it's really that, and it's like I know that the people that I'm working with now, it's my brothers, and I know that it's, you know, people that I can trust, that, you know, when we do make it at that level, it's like I know that I'm gonna have my share of whatever bag we're getting, and
yeah, then you're good basically. I get it.
Yeah, you know?
I get it.
Yeah.
Cool.
But no, it's been a crazy year though. I feel like it went by so fast, man. It feels like a couple of weeks ago it was winter, you know, we were at APXO Studios with Jordan, making Out the Shade. And it's like we're like about to be in October already. It's crazy, man.
Personally, the thing that the music growth has affected, or to my personal life the most, I would say is the decision making that I make. I no longer make decisions solely for the benefit of myself. Even on my personal life decisions, I need to make decisions that are the benefit of the brand and of the people that I've given them, committed to, you know, and I'm loyal to. And that has actually made a difference. Because this might sound very adolescent of me, but if I would have chose to in the past go out on a Wednesday night and come home at 2 a.m. and on Thursday, whatever, you know what I mean, I'm busted. But then I know my energy deficiency will transpire all the way to the weekend, and I never got to catch up.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how messed up I'll be by Saturday?
Yeah. And
as I've gotten older and I got more responsible, and the people around me are looking at me like, yo, we're counting on you too.
Yeah.
This has changed my decision. That's why I do take that time and go home and sleep. Some people are like, yo, the guy's a rapper, he's a singer, how is he not out? How is he not? Nah,
man, sleep is super important, bro.
Sleep deprivation is a joke. They think, these kids think it's cool.
Yeah,
nah. It's not cool.
Nah, man, you need your energy, bro. You need that solid, like, you know, minimum. I like to give myself minimum like 7 hours.
Yeah.
7 hours, man. A good 7 hours of sleep. You know what I mean? Wake up top shape, bro. Like, let's go.
I'm practicing right now. Shit, I got the good angle. Yeah.
Amazing to see that. And what would you, is there like a key scene or a key moment throughout this whole year where you would say, yes, this was the highlight of it?
I mean, for me, I feel like, honestly, I feel like there's a few moments. It was, I want to say the Paul Wall show for me was one of them. I feel like that was, you know, just a super dope event. There was a lot of people, you know, once again. Yeah, the Belmont was sold out. Like, you couldn't even walk through to get to the back.
Plus people.
You know, so for me, you know, once again, seeing AP perform those songs for the first time in front of us.
This is just part of the interview.
I don't even know what he's doing. Yeah, so that was definitely a highlight for me. That I also feel like shooting the videos we shot for Birds and Don't Talk, you know, we did that all on the same day with my boy APS. You know, that too, I think for me, that was just such a crazy day. I had so much fun. You know, guys making me go on rooftops that I didn't want to go on. I was too scared to do it, but they pushed me to do it.
You're wild, bro.
But nah, man, it was just it was great times, honestly. Great times, man.
I agree with you. Those were dope moments. I think the biggest, not the biggest, one of those moments that really slapped me and that changed my, didn't really necessarily change something in me, but it made me have a certain realization was this may sound kind of reverse, was when I was in Los Angeles and somebody tried to do something to catch me slipping. And when that happened and I was able to analyze the fact that the only reason why I would have this situation is because I'm doing good. And you only will throw these actions and energy out if you're feeling threatened or intimidated. And I wasn't purposely doing that. So when I realized, I'm like, oof, whatever I'm naturally doing with my team is working. And I knew it. And in my mind is sometimes a scary place, but this moment, I was probably more happy inside than I was for even the Paul Wall show or for filming music videos, because I film music videos. I can physically go out there, work, and pay to go get a music video. I can physically go out there, pay, and go get a show. But you can't go and pay for for some other person to truly feel like, damn, this person is making moves. This person is coming, and I'm you know what I mean. You can't pay for that. So that for me, when I was analyzing everything, I'm like, I'm on the right path, and I'm killing it. So for me, that was my moment.
Very, very interesting. So especially now, when witnessing this whole path that you both went through in the last year, stronger relationship, 2 albums came out, lots of diversity.
Yes.
This is the key word that I'm going for. What can we expect in the future in terms of diversity?
Well, I'm always, yelling at him to make R&B. Rhythm and bass. Afro beats, house, R&B, chill, definitely rap and trap and boom bap. And that is just, if I can say, the start. We are going everywhere. The ocean leads you everywhere. We're going everywhere. I'm going after the One Piece. Are you?
One Piece. I don't know what he means.
You're fucking terrible at this.
Yeah.
We're going after the One Piece. Yeah. We're gonna do a lot. Don't look at him. He has no idea.
My girlfriend wears a One Piece. Is that what we're talking about?
Oh. We're going after the One Piece.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking
Definitely connected to the ocean.
This is like metaphors I ain't never even heard or seen. I'm about to be Googling stuff.
Anyway, One Piece talking about. What's with Switzerland? What's the plans with Switzerland?
Switzerland is calling. Switzerland is calling. October 30th, tickets are booked. I'm flying to Switzerland. My goal and my ambition and my drive and what is going on with Switzerland is creation of music with diverse artists of different regions, of different cultures, of different languages, different backgrounds, different cores of why they're making music. Some make it off of pain, some make it off of love, and some make it off of just, certain other feelings that I don't create off of. And this is what my goal is. I want to go to Switzerland and I want to create, I want to gather, I want to unify, and hopefully when all of this attempting is done and this trying, with all that pressure, I'm hoping to find a diamond. If I can find a diamond, then we're in. And the whole point of it is, like I said, we start in Switzerland and we going. And the team is there with me. And we going. God knows where we're gonna end up, Japan. God knows where we're gonna end up. I'm just a little bit of... Yeah.
So that basically means we can expect more features on your track.
Yes. I've done a lot of solo tracks, and he knows we've had artists approach us, and I've turned them down because I wanted to simple. I wanted to make music solely with my second half of the music creation, and that's it. I just wanted to battle myself and battle my fears and battle my incapabilities. Eventually getting to a point, I'm comfortable. I've tried all these different areas and avenues. I understand where I am, and I accept it. And now I want to work with those, and let's create things that I cannot create by myself, because I am aware. I've had to do this by myself. Saying by myself, it means vocally, not that I was in the room by myself at all, but by myself vocally, by myself writing. And now let's bring in more heads. And that's that's really what the whole path is. Who knows what will happen?
Interesting. For you, anyway, how is it to work with different artists that are also, like, when you have another artist in the studio with AP together, like, how does it compare or change to when it's just you two? Like, for your process.
Honestly, I mean, for me, I wouldn't say it necessarily changes the process. I think it's just about having a different energy in the room. I feel like, sometimes it can be to your benefit, other times not as much. It really depends with what your goal is, what you're trying to make out of it. Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't say for me it's necessarily a different process. You know what I mean?
It's when singers come to the studio. This is a true story. I'm saying it on camera. We had a singer. I won't say names and stuff, but we had a.
Nah, cause my thing is like, it's like, look, if we're having another artist in the studio with us to come record, I want it to be at least like in a sense, like a proper artist, like someone that's actually making music, someone that's recording music, someone that's releasing music, not someone that's just coming to the studio because they want to try out singing for the first time. That's not what I'm not trying to.
What I heard the live action. It was lit. And then I tell him, I'm like, yo, I got someone coming to the studio. It's going to be crazy. I don't know what happened. It must have been an off day or something.
It wasn't crazy.
It was crazy, yeah. It was crazy, but on a different spectrum. I was like... And then, person's in the studio recording, and then we're here looking at each other like this. Speaking like paragraphs, just with our eyes. Anyways, we smoked the blunt. It was cool.
So that's what I mean when it could be to your disadvantage, is when it's like situations like that. But, you know, other times it's been, you know, actually like really cool, dope artists, you know, artists that we made some really cool tracks with, so.
Yeah, we've made some cool tracks with some people.
Yeah.
Yeah. The part of making music with others that becomes
complicated
is when we want to actually proceed with the song.
That's when,
you know, when we want to, because we don't make music to just put it in the vault and to just, you know, we make music to release it so the world can hear it. And then when it's time to release songs, people are like, oh, okay, well, now they want to have questions about things, and it's like, I thought we were done. I thought we were ready to roll, and then suddenly, you know, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that. And it's like, oh.
Yeah.
We're never going to get this done. We're never going to get this done. So that's what I don't like.
Yeah, same.
I don't like that.
Same, yeah.
Spend 2-3 hours in the studio working on a track just so to hear that you can't even, so then you got to take that, send it to someone else and try to read.
Yeah.
The whole spirit of the song is already decaying.
Because that's what's unfortunate too. It's like, you know, let's say me, AP, and a third person on the song, automatically we're 3 people, but then what's unfortunate is that even if AP and I really like the song, if the third person doesn't like it enough to actually want to release it, well then unfortunately we can't release it.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, well that sucks, you know. So it's just situations like that sometimes that just suck, really.
Yeah. Do you see like specific genres where this happens more often?
No. I wouldn't say specific genres.
I think it's not with genres, it's with the types of people. People who are not releasing music consistently like us tend to have this.
Yeah.
And people who also feel like they're so far down in their career and they look at us and they go, nah, you guys are not close. That would be it too. But then those people are even harder to get in the studio, quote unquote. But more so, it's just people who are, look, we try to give everybody a equal chance, a fair chance. Whether you never release a song or whether you have a whole catalog and you have Grammys, we're both down to work with you. But when you step in the studio, I don't care who you are. We don't care who you are. We care about now, here. Let's create and let's continue. Let's actually be consistent and serious about this. I don't care what you have outside. If you got $1 million, you got $1, if you have a straw hat or not. You know, so yeah. Let's just hope that the next round of artists that we encounter and work with, they're ready to rock and roll, you know.
So in terms of presentation and everything, especially last year, and for Out the Shades is the merch, quote unquote, that you had, or the sunglasses that you spoke about, and also the bandanas that we saw. Is there anything like that we're gonna see new?
We definitely got something coming out. Actually, it's gonna be ready tomorrow. So whenever this video drops, it's already out. So the whole crew's gonna get gear, and the best thing I can say is that unification has been something that many have struggled with. Loyalty is something that is scarce. Confidence is sometimes hard to identify. But if you can take all of these things and put them together properly, and you can have something called trust, then you can actually have a really solid family and no bloodline. And that's exactly what I'm working for. And I think I almost already do have it. So it's really about your family ties. And that's really what the merch and everything and the whole vision for what the future that holds, family ties.
Okay, so we spoke about the past, we spoke about the future, and basically wrapping things here up. Like after you all verbally now got the chance to recap everything and look at what the future is going to bring, how do you guys feel? What are your thoughts in comparison to the first question, how you felt before it, and now?
Honestly, honestly, I hope that somewhere, some way, somehow, Montreal really gets the recognition that it deserves. Yes, I know that we're governed by a predominantly French body and government, but we have spectacular English art and value here. It's phenomenal, and it makes me so sad that I gotta go all the way to Europe to go get that love that is of value, of the real value for here. And I wish we could just, as an English artist, as the ones who, you know, I put on for the English as much as I put on for French. Je m'en parle en français très bien. But I just wish we could get that break. That same break that those French artists are getting on a beautiful, like, red carpet. That's something that, you know, I would really love to vocalize, and I hope it goes somewhere. Other than that, I'm having a great fucking time.
Yeah, you know, same for me, man, especially being a big fan of the whole English hip-hop rap scene, a lot more in the US, you know. So for me, that's always been a challenge as well, as I feel like finding, you know, solid, good English artists out here. You know, it's unfortunate because I feel like there isn't that many. Like, I feel like there are, but it's like they're either not, like, I guess on the same pedestal as like the French artists, or, you know, it's like they're maybe not taking it as serious or whatever. But yeah, man, you know, I really wish that there would be more exposure to the English artists that we have here in Montreal, because there is a lot of talent. You know, I just feel like it's not it's not being exposed, you know.
We had nothing. Well, we have a beautiful jazz festival here, one of the, I think, best in the world. We get some nice local English acts up there, you know, just that rap, that do some hip hop. Metro, get some local English acts that, I'm not talking DJs. Yo, DJ is dope, dope, but some English artists that are going up there and representing, you know.
Yeah.
That's something that. But other than that, I feel good. We spoke about the past, the future, what's happening now. If I can say, I'm excited to drop music with an artist named Detail Made It. He's in the back. This is an Afro beats market that I have not tapped into at all. And I'm excited to tap into a market with music of such richness. There's history, Africa, we all know. The history, we'll never truly know it. But we know there's rich history, there's soil, it's rich. And the music, the vibrations, the energy, when I listen to Afro beats and the various break-offs and genres, that, forget about it, I'll go into the tunnel, you know? So I'm excited to drop music, finally, that's Afro beats inspired. He's actually, we got some fire music. And otherwise than that, let's see who I'm gonna meet. Let's see who we're gonna meet. Slide into the DM, email, contact to the website, contact one of the team members. Don't be shy. I tell people, don't be shy, contact me. You see me on the street, walk up to me. Hello, I am a human. It's the reason why I got here is because I'm sure he can vouch, and everyone could. I literally say hi to everybody. I don't not talk to one person. Doesn't matter how big, how small, what you look like, what you're wearing. It does matter if you smell. If you smell, I will not talk to you. But other than that, like, you know, and if it's over a plate of food, well, you got me for at least 30 minutes. You know what I mean? So contact. Your network is your network. I also would like to give a major shout out to every single person that has supported me in Switzerland, that has made it possible for me to be able to continuously be there. So I would like to make a verbal shout out, first of all, to APSvisuals that's in here. I would like to make another shout out to Hollywood that's here too. I would like to make a shout out to Detail. I'd like to make a shout out to, what's your name again? this guy. I'd like to also make a shout out big time to Ray's Barbershop for allowing to have us here. For having us here. You can tell. You know what time it is?
1 o'clock.
Nah, see, catches on. My man. So, I would really like to, give the right amount of love to everywhere. This isn't a traditional interview where, we're on CBC. This is us. This is the real. We're in a barbershop. This is actually the barbershop that I get my hair cut. I won't tell you what day so you don't come when I'm coming. But shout out to Chrissy, the sound engineer in Switzerland. Shout out to Oksana, for media. She does media, videos, and photos in Switzerland. I'm getting support from various avenues. Shout out to Anna for still being rock solid, PR off the chain. Shout out to Christina for going in brand management. I think everyone deserves their love and their flowers. Shout out to everyone. Like, the list goes on, but wow, just the fact that we have a list. Can you imagine? I'm telling you, we have a list of supporters right now. What? And on camera, it's not about the budget. It's really about you. It's really about you. So, those were my words that I wanted to put out there at the end. Other than that, I'm kind of hungry.
So I think that's a perfect ending to the interview. Thank you very much, AP. Thank you very much, 808.